Welcome back to Dirt 5. In this episode, we begin with Sisyphus Cament. I probably said that completely wrong. In Kalabaka Town, Greece, for a rally raid event. Wolverine is in the car first. He's driving the Citroen C3R5 of the modern rally class. How will he get on today? Well, let's go to it. Let's see. Out of the blocks, well, the car has a decent speed off the line there. Already gaining a couple of positions up to 10th place from the start. You're always starting last, remember. Going up the inside now, trying to get a decent run on the cars ahead, up to 6th already. Wolverine is flying today. Right-hander next, goes into the car in front. I think he's lost his bonnet from that crash. Either that, or the car ahead of him lost their boot. I'm not sure which. He's fighting there for 4th though, and takes it superbly. Now he's chasing down the leaders. This is a percentage race as it's a rally raid, so there's no laps. He's just got to get to the finish before everyone else. Messes up the corner, very slow into that corner as well, and very slow on exit. That's followed up by a bit of a wide turn into the next. Being challenged in 4th place now. Wolverine still ahead, but a bit to make up on the cars in the podium positions as it stands. We're only a quarter of the way through the race currently, and so far he's doing very, very well. Right-hander next, takes it very, very tight, too much speed, catches barrier on the exit, cars ahead, get away. He did close up under the braking there, but didn't brake enough, which is why he got a bit closer. You can just see the dust coming off their tyres ahead of him, so he knows where they are. Just trying to keep up. Chasing them down nicely. Just going to make sure he gets some clear the corners spot on, and he should be okay. Nice corner there, maybe a bit slow. To the right, goes for the inside line there, takes it nicely, cuts out a large section of track there. It's all allowed, so he'll take it. Long left, a short left-hander but tight here, turns nicely, catches up in the cars ahead. He is right behind him now. He's made up a lot of time with them earlier corners, so that's very good. Left-hander followed by a sharp right. He's on the outside, he's battling, but he's always on the outside, so he's always going to lose out here. Looking at the inside of the next left-hander, and I think he's going to get at least one position, maybe two. He's fighting the second, but he hasn't got the inside of the next corner. Goes a bit deep, cars come back at him, but I think he's just ahead. 2nd place for Wolverine there, as he just notices the car ahead in the corner. Now, can he hold on to 2nd place? 3rd and 4th are very close behind. Also, 1st is in his sights. Can he take the leader up the inside, braking late, little jump over there, takes it nicely. Can he hold the car around? He can indeed. All round Wolverine into 1st place with the car in 2nd challenging him. He needs to hold on to this now. We need a good couple of corners. This could be his. 30% of the race left to go though. Straight through the middle there. Bit heavy on the brakes, slowed down a little bit too much there. Gave the cars behind a chance to catch up. Does seem like he has a bit of a gap. So it's all on Wolverine to lose now. If he can hold this on, he will get a victory. 20% left. Bit slow through the corner, but he's okay. He's been a bit tentative on the brakes, doesn't want to mess it up, just want to hit the barrier. Trying to be careful, but sometimes that can be to your detriment. Left-hander now taken nicely. Very tight, very nice, good speed as well. Down the hill he goes. And he's got a right-hander followed by a sharp left. Tried to take it through the middle. Caught the inside barrier. That's going to mess him up. Very slow on exit because of the hit of the barrier. So that's going to lower his speed. And 1st place has been lost. He's now relegated to 2nd. The car behind him flying through there. Right at the end of the lap, he made that one mistake, and it's cost him 1st place. He did indeed lose his bonnet early on, but he has finished in 2nd place. A good victory for Wolverine. Just one mistake right at the end there cost him the chance of victory. Just unfortunate, really. Confirmation of the winner, and Wolverine is there in 2nd. And there's all the rewards as well. I felt he was just unlucky there. He's so close to winning. It's, yeah, one mistake. That's all it takes, is sometimes one mistake costs you the race. There we go. He's very happy with 2nd place. 2 stamps out the ones we need. So that's good. We only need a minimum of 1 each time. And he gets a few rewards. Some new liveries for cars as well, which he's very happy with. And we'll look to move on. Last few rewards now. I know there's so many rewards sometimes. Stickers and everything. There we go. Nearly done.
So Lucy the Sheriff Thompson thinks that her high score is going to stay unbeaten for a long time. In fact, she's invited you to have a go. Seems an odd way to seal your fate, but
Okay, so we have a new showdown for us. This one is against Lucy the Sheriff Thompson, as she has challenged us to a rally raid rampage in the throwdowns. I said showdown. Showdown throwdowns? That'd be alright. So Soldier Boy's in the car. Wolverine did have a chance to do this race. He decided not to. He wasn't a massive fan of the race, as you're about to see. It's a tough one. Soldier Boy's driving the car, and he's going to be driving the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution VI, which is Evolution VI, against Lucy the Sheriff Thompson. It's a one-on-one race, which is why Wolverine didn't really want to do it. He doesn't mind if there's other cars, but one-on-one, you've got to be spot on with these. He wasn't keen himself, so Soldier Boy off to a decent start. And again, it's another percentage race, as it's a rally race. And so far, Wolverine has been doing very, very well, holding tightly onto the lead. He's got to try and gap the Sheriff behind him, although that's going to be difficult when it's just him and her on the track together. Bit wet, as you can see, muddy in places, slippery, grip is very difficult to find, I'd say. So you see Wolverine, Soldier Boy, sorry, I won't get too confused, trying to use the grass a little bit to kind of find some grip off the racing line. The race track itself is very wet, mud, so grip is at an absolute minimum in the centre. So he's trying to use the outside around the corners or the inside just to maximise his grip levels. And so far it's going well. Although the Sheriff is right on his tail. Try and hold it together now round the track. Again, this isn't a track we're not used to that much. We haven't done much on this track before, I don't think. So it's a new one, or it's newish, and there we go. There's the Sheriff going through after Soldier Boy makes a few mistakes. Trying so hard not to say Wolverine. Soldier Boy going back for the first though, gets hit by the Sheriff there, but carries on, still in first place. Takes it back. Just one corner he was a bit slow on, and that's all it took for the Sheriff to come through. A bit wide on the corner there, hits the barrier. Where is the Sheriff? She's coming back right now, but Soldier Boy has the inside. Left hander next. Got to try and hold the inside line now. Stop her trying to use that to her advantage. Right hander takes it round. Probably a little bit too tight, but good speed on exit. Another right hander coming up. This is going to be tight. Takes it lovely round that corner. Very close to the barrier, but drifted it round really nicely. Managed to get it around successfully. Left hander up the inside once more. Trying to hold that inside line. Not letting the Sheriff take that line at all. And avoid it. I don't want to give her any chance of trying to pass us at this point. Left-hander, this looks tight as well on the mini-map. Taking it nicely. A little bit wide probably, could have gone a little bit tighter, but taking it nicely indeed. The Sheriff is on the tail though, you can just see her coming into the picture. Right hand a bit more open, that one. Another sharp right-hander to go across the bridge. This is where we've got to try and make ourselves as wide as possible, stop her getting past, but it's not enough. The Sheriff does go past, we do squeeze her a little bit on the exit to the bridge there, and I think she backed off, but she's back again on her tail. She slams into the side of us there. The Sheriff is trying hard. This is not an easy race by any stretch. He is really trying to push us hard. Soldier Boy seems to just have the making of her, sorry. Over the little jump over here though. Yeah, a little bit of air there, not too much, but nicely done. And we are coming close to the finish now. Soldier Boy is going to take the victory over the Sheriff.
And you brought the whole farm. Like, keep up this level of performance, kid, and you will win the whole food chain. I'm mixing metaphors, and it's weird. I just want to say congratulations.
And that was AJ congratulating us on our victory over Lucy the Sheriff Thompson. Very close race a couple of times, but I really thought the Sheriff was going to take it from us there. Just managed to hold on. I think the lines in some of the corners was perfect. Was spot on in terms of limiting the space we gave her behind and overtaking opportunities as well. Not an easy race by any stretch. Grip was the biggest problem. Just couldn't really grip the track very well. But at least we've done it. That's another one successfully completed. You don't get stamps for them, but it's nice to say we've done them. And it's done. Now, final race of the episode. We are off to Dust Devil in East Mitten, Arizona for a sprint race. Soldier Boy is back in the car for this, and the Jupiter Hawk 410. Now, if you've seen the sprint races previously, they're not my favourite ones. Wolverine refuses to touch them if he can avoid it. These sprint cars, when you accelerate, they want to go left, which is fine around the oval. But when you're on the straight of the oval, going left is not a good thing. They're very difficult to control, and to make this worse, it is snowing. This car is going to be all over the place. 5 laps How can we do? 7th place already. We gained a few off the start. We're struggling now. Along the straight is where we struggle, just because you can't accelerate as much. I'm not too sure how we're meant to control these. There's obviously something I've not got the knack of, but it is a difficult one. In 6th currently, but every time we try and straighten up, it wants to go left as you accelerate, and then you're feathering the throttle. But that's not enough to get the speed going. It's a difficult one. There's obviously a knack to it, or a trick or something, but we're just not quite managing it. We've gained the stamp, as you can see something's in green on the left hand side, so that's enough to finish the race. All we need to do now is cross the line. It doesn't matter where we finish, as long as we gain the stamp. It doesn't need redoing. Already on the 3rd lap, 8th place currently, trying to get the 7th. 7th is just there, losing down to the car there and dropping down to 9th now, overtaking on the outside, back up to 8th, 7th place indeed, and then losing back to 8th. Another car going past on the outside there, taking 9th, putting us back into 9th place, back up the inside, took 8th, took 7th, and we hold it though, round the corner, not quite. We're on to the final lap now. We're currently in 7th, into 6th, but we take a nice overtake there, we'll get taken again on the inside, 2 cars going past in the end, back down to 8th. We've always been fighting for this middle positions in this whole race, it's not easy at all by any stretch. 7th place currently, can we finish this off with 7th place? No, we lost out on the line, and we actually dropped down to 8th. That's a little bit disappointing. I really expected us to have 7th there, we just lost it on the line. They're so difficult to control. It's not a race that if I had a choice I would want to do, but as Wolverine doesn't want to do them either, I don't have much choice. But they're tough races, but we've got a stamp, so we don't need to redo it, it is done. The same as this episode, to be honest. We are finished. 3 races in this episode. We've had the showdown against the sheriff, or throwdown I should say. We had the Sisyphus Cament in Kalabaka Town in Greece for Wolverine, and we've just had the Dust Devil in East Mitten, Arizona for a sprint race for Soldierboy. And that is it for this episode. If you're enjoying this series or any content on the channel, don't forget to subscribe. A like on the episode does really help as well. And we'll see you in the next one.